All right, traders, Mike here with the watch list video for Tuesday, June 6th. The SPY right there, that red candle, put in a pretty darn narrow range today. And if you look at the volume right there, we're in summer trading. Having said that, if you didn't make it to chat today, we still had some really nice calls, really nice trades. I took a couple screenshots. You can see Nick C called AI over 33, which is right where that arrow is. You can see the whole number right there. And it had broken 33 earlier, which makes it a whole number inflection point, second mouse also. So you've got the earlier high of day to act as another potential catalyst. So we love this through 33, knowing that it might light up the new high of day ticker, and never revisited 33, by the way. And it's also in the AI space. Obviously, it's the one that probably started it all. And so it's in a hot sector as well. So really, really great setup there. I actually put out FRZA. This is a screenshot from chat again, in the form of a question, sort of. FRZA cup and handle forming. Anyone like it back over 3? And then I pointed out that 305 is the lower high and 312 the high of day. So this was back through 3. Kevin liked it, which gave me more confidence to take it because he's a great trader. I even got my profit on that one on that screen because I think I tweeted this earlier. But yeah, so there's the early high at 312. Then the lower high, which is kind of hidden by the arrow, at 305, and in the cup and handle. So back through 3, another whole number inflection point with 2 potential catalysts above. And we got a pretty quick move up to 349, I think it was. And then lastly, I don't have a screenshot of this one, but it was LWLG. And let me go to the daily on this just to show you. So try that again. Oh, this is the daily. The recent high, see this candle here where it had this big pop? The high of this candle, let me do this. I'm getting used to these charts still. 815. So right there was 815. It was on watch. Here's today's candle. And you can see it went to, oh, that doesn't seem to be working. It went to 846. So let's go to 5-minute candles just to glance at it. There's the early high, which was 794. As it started to, I got to figure out how to scroll. Oh, I could use that little thing at the bottom. All right. This is what it looked like as it was coming up. I gave the opening range breakout idea, which just be right over that candle there, 795 triggers, and really didn't look back and had a nice move. I think I made 200 to 300 in that. Not a lot. I didn't take it with size because it's kind of a slow moving stock. But anyway, that was a nice one as well. Let's go back to the daily now and talk about what I'm watching for tomorrow. Most of you know this, but in case you don't, I'm a day trader. None of this is investment advice, and I'm not holding any of these stocks. I'm hoping on this list we're going to do here that we'll get some nice A-plus setups on an intraday basis tomorrow so I can make some money in between the bills, as I say. FRZA, I already talked about it. Ended up closing about where it opened, right? But I definitely got to have this on long watch for tomorrow with that move and that volume. AI had the gap down, but then a solid, it looks like a bullish, well, not quite engulfing, I think, because it wasn't down. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's already showing great strength again. So if that one continues, maybe we'll catch an A-plus setup in it. Maybe it'll run without us and we can look to some of the other AI plays, right? REPL, I don't know, 1.5 million traded and a pretty nice little mini breakout there. So we'll watch that one. CHWY, which had earnings a few days ago, and sold off a little bit, is already curling back up. So what was today's high? Today's high, 37.16, and then the high from the gap up day, 37.49. So we have a stacked catalyst scenario. So I think CHWY is that's CHWY, worth keeping an eye on. UPST, just a recent strong stock. I'd probably have to zoom in a little bit for you to kind of see the strength that it had, right? From 16 all the way up. It basically doubled in about 2 or 3 weeks. Now we've got a couple day pullback. So I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on that one. Looking for an A-plus setup. Kind of treating it like a bounce play. CRDO looks extended to me on the daily, right? It's almost just straight up. But you do have 2 red days in a row on declining volume. Super strong stock. So I am going to keep an eye on that one. UCAR. I don't know why the TradeStation charts do this. My e-signal charts I used to use as recently as Friday. Even if it's a relatively newer issue, this would still be over to the right. So it's hard for me to get used to this. But anyway, that's the daily chart, the way they show it. You had the big rip on, let's see, Thursday, and then Friday the gap up and reversal, and kind of a narrow range today. So I'm also going to treat UCAR like a potential bounce play. I went back and forth in my brain on this one, whether or not to put it on a chart, because it's one of those Chinese stocks. We've seen these things go crazy, and then we've seen them fall apart. Think of like TOP. Remember that one? Excuse me. So At the same time, it was over 45, let's see, on Thursday, and now it's down in the 11. So I'm going to put it on Bounce Watch and probably give it a try if it meets my parameters for a bounce play. CHWY, recent high flyer, nice day to day, but closing off of its highs. That one's certainly in play, so it goes on watch. This is a 100% sleeper pick, but I've talked about this one recently. Xmtr had this pop here on earnings, and it's really putting in a nice flag and curling up. So I'll give you some numbers. Today's high, 1941, and then the high from the rally from earnings, 1973. So you kind of have stat catalyst there on a potential breakout, but again, 312,000 all day today. It's a sleeper pick, but maybe it gives, some volume comes in and it gives us a setup. And then lastly, the letter U, which is Unity Software, which Apple had not a call, but a presentation today, I think. And apparently they are teaming up with Unity Software for whatever their headset thing is called. And this thing absolutely ripped on it, but it did close well off its high. So we're going to watch that one too. I've babbled long enough. I'll see you guys in the chat room in the morning.